In the last several weeks, so much is happening in the education sector in Jammu and Kashmir. Recently, almost 60 private schools, the students of 60 private schools were tagged with the government department. It has taken a heavy toll on the parents as well as the students. To know more, we have with Private School Education Chairman G.N Var. We will like to know what is happening currently. So, what is the current scenario about these schools that have been tagged? What lies in future for them?
You see, as you know, government issued SO 177, under which schools which do not have a registered lease agreement for a period of 10 years, schools which are in any sort of non-property land, be it state land or any other than this property land, were supposed to get NOC from the revenue officials, from the deputy commissioners and tahsildars concerned, saying that this school does have proprietary land, number one, or the school has a lease deed, registered deed for 10 years. And then many more NOCs were also added. That school have to get this NOC, that NOC and all that. And also one more condition was imposed that schools must have sufficient land. Now, when this order came, when government decided to implement this order, this order, schools which were not having the required quantity of land which government now prescribes, affected badly those schools which are established 30-40 years back, even during the militancy, 1990 and onwards. We know that a lot of schools came up. In those days, the requirement was not like which government is now imposing. This has created a crisis. Now, recently government tagged 60 schools. 60 schools were tagged because of deficiencies which have been pointed out by the government. Obviously, a school which was established some 30 years back on a land of say 1 canal, that school cannot have 8 canals right now. Particularly those areas which are densely populated, or those areas where land is not available. So this has affected badly. Now the question is, who is affected? It is the child. A parent, when he sees that the school is recognized, school is run, so school is running as per government norms, he takes admission, pays the fee. And now after 10-12 years, you say that I am tagging the school and the child will appear from a government school. What does it mean? You are violating the fundamental right of a child. The question is not the school. The question is not the government orders. The question is who is suffering, who is victim. Who becomes the target is the child. That's why we say that you see, if you want to implement these things, you must have an assessment of ground situation. Unless and until you consider the problems on ground, government order cannot be implemented in air, in vacuum, because it's the matter of 7 lakh children studying in the private schools in Kashmir alone. And if we take Jammu and Kashmir, then it's around 12.5 lakh students.
It's a huge number.
So yes, you see, with one order you cannot play with the future of 12 lakh children. So the problem is that whenever government issues such orders, stakeholders are not taken on board. Number one, experts are not taken on board. This is a bureaucratic decision, it's an administrative decision. We say that administrative decision or a bureaucratic decision cannot undermine the right of a child, cannot undermine the academic requirement of the development of a society, because child is the future of a society. Now, as the government has ordered, the board has ordered tagging, since the chairman of board who has recently been appointed is not well versed with the situation or with the rules, because the order in itself is contradictory. It is against law. You cannot tag a school overnight because it's a process. just with the jerk of a pen tagging a school, it's against the mandate of law, it's against the rules of the board. That is why we have represented for the government, and we hope that some decision will be taken. Then one more thing, the case is already sub judice. Already 4 benches of Honorable High Court have given around 30
Decisions.
these directions. In those directions, board has been categorically directed to release RR in favor of private schools, to uphold the recognition, affiliation and registration of schools, and to maintain the pre-SO 177 position. In the order which has been issued by the government, under which schools are facing these issues, has been already put in abeyance by the Honorable High Court. Now, obviously, the chairman board is violating court orders. For that, we have every right to move court, and we are moving court against the chairman board because he is contempt. He's obviously violating court orders, which is contempt of law, which is contempt of court. And we have recently filed a petition also, obviously because the board is not accepting any order. See, the irony is not 1 or 2 orders, 30 orders of the court. They are being openly, brazenly violated. So this has given rise to a situation where we see that the chaos and confusion is there. Parents are perturbed, schools are perturbed. In a way, academic is